main takeaway from Sinners is don't date white bitches.
Yo,
the whole movie is telling you in mad different ways not to date the white chicks.
Not trust white people in general, I think was a...
At all.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. Please like the video and subscribe. Our target is only 1,000 likes. So Ryan Coogler's Sinners may have had a spectacular opening weekend at the box office, but it apparently won't stop there, as all roads are pointing to a no less historic second weekend. Sinners is a vampires horror thriller directed by Ryan Coogler and stars Michael B. Jordan, the fifth such collaboration between the duo. Michael B. Jordan stars in the dual role of twin brothers Smoke and Stack. The film takes place in the 1930s American South and follows the brothers who return home to establish a juke joint, only for their community to be blindsided by a terrifying vampire invasion. Sinners opened with $45 million domestically and $50 million from 71 overseas markets, ousting fellow Warner Brothers title A Minecraft Movie as the top dog in the US.
You set me up for it too. I saw it right there. He had me looking at this shit too.
I forgot wherever I was trying to start. Oh shit. Okay, I did go see Sinners.
Yes.
Me too.
Oh my God. Me too.
Y'all doing that now?
However,
okay.
No, Freeze this yet.
However, no, I'm just trying to get a small portion of the audience to hate you for the weekend.
Got it.
However, I'm unable to give my very detailed review because Freeze has not seen it yet, and he's going tonight.
Yes.
I've been ready since Monday.
I went out last night at like midnight to see this shit. Me too.
I did that Monday
to talk about this
I thought we were going to do that on Tuesday.
Yeah, it was really important for work purposes. No, I'm surprised anybody. But Freeze is going. But Freeze is going to see it tonight. For work purposes, such a blockbuster.
Yes.
Ryan Coogler,
highest
friend of the show.
grossing original film since
come on,
since Caddyshack or something.
Black cinema. That was racist. Wait, that was.
I just caught that.
It was.
That's racist as hell.
Right.
I was just trying to think of an old movie.
Yeah, but as soon as Freeze sees it,
Yeah, we're going tonight.
we'll be here with our review.
Because I got thoughts.
Do you?
Yeah.
Or we'll send Freeze ass to Starbucks in an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And just get a little bit in.
That sounds like a plan. Because I got to know what you think about some things on there, and yeah. And you too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to know what y'all think.
Great film,
Everyone's
too.
seen it. I loved it.
Well, the whole listen.
All right, look. If we're here, let me know so I can go to Starbucks.
Hold on, Freeze.
I'll take a cappuccino.
I do want to say a little
All right, well, hold on. Let me go to Starbucks.
I'm sorry.
Go.
Step just for a little something.
Yeah.
The close Starbucks.
Oh, they both.
Not the one that's.
They both leaving. Hold on.
Yeah, you know.
Hey, don't go outside and do no. Okay, go outside and see it.
Right,
We know those little breaks.
You got to be careful.
We know those
There
breaks.
you
Oh
go.
shit! Y'all want that at Joe's birthday party?
Yo, y'all did that at my birthday party. There was wild behavior at my birthday party that we could just never address.
I'm so mad I ain't go to that party.
Mark Lamont Hill.
I was at home like mad as shit.
Damn.
You should have went to.
Oh, that was before you were like really up
Yeah,
here. Like,
I had got the invite.
He still got the invite.
I got the invite, but wifey, we just anyway. Yeah, it wasn't gonna play.
At that point, you don't know that that's an event that you probably should just. A lot of shit went on that.
A lot of shit
that we
went on.
just swept under the rug, and I don't even have a broom.
family business. It is what it is.
Yeah. Shit that we saw in plain sight.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Obvious shit.
I didn't know Freeze was doing that at my birthday party.
That disappeared for a little bit. Yeah.
Hey, Freeze.
Listen, my main takeaway from Sinners is don't date white bitches.
Yo,
The whole movie is telling you in mad different ways not to date the white chicks.
Not trust white people in general. I think was a.
At all.
that's my wife literally turned to me about 3 recordings. It was like Dr. Umar tried to tell us.
If
Like,
someone comes to your door with a banjo, no,
don't let him in.
absolutely not. Get that banjo
Not at
shit
all.
the fuck out
Not
of
at
here.
all.
Yeah, that's the best takeaway from me. I loved it.
Yeah, I love
And don't succumb to greed neither. Money is not everything. When she went out there to get, because if she didn't go out there to go check
true.
on the white people and get money from them to see how much they had,
Yeah.
I mean, nothing would have happened.
That's a good point. I didn't think about that.
So don't
because
don't fall in the greed.
one of the twins, I don't remember which one, was kind of cool with the fact that it wasn't really making no bread. We're gonna build this up.
Yeah, smoke.
And yeah, they sent the white girl out to bring in some more.
Actually, Stack was the one who was cool with it because he was the one like, yeah, fuck it, take the wooden nickels. Yeah.
What else? I loved how this was. I think this might have been Ryan Coogler's best film, in my opinion.
I think Fruitville's still better, but
They so different. Yeah.
Yeah, they're very different.
This was like this is one of my masterpiece things.
For sure.
That one is a lot more like
story.
Yeah.
Fruitville was a real event.
Yeah.
And Ryan Coogler wasn't nobody.
True.
Right.
So, wow, it tugged on our strings. We all cried. But no budget, real story. We see what he did. Black Panther is still Black Panther. There are other reasons that we go into the theater outside of, hey, Ryan Coogler's involved in this.
Right.
Granted, he did a great job, but
For sure.
we come into the theater in droves for other reasons as well.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah,
The
okay.
same thing could be said with Creed. You're leaning on 40 years of equity.
Right.
With
Fair.
Rocky
The franchise.
fans, Apollo.
Fair.
You might have did an amazing job, too.
Yeah.
This movie was my first time, because I don't want to be ignorant to the movie buffs out there that may know differently, was my first time seeing Ryan Coogler as Ryan Coogler, trusted with this large of a budget,
Sure.
relying on his star player that he done called on 3 and 4 times to now come and be 2 niggas.
Yeah.
Because this is so important. I can't lose the viewership of you not being involved in even the bad side of this when we cut to that. Like, this was just, it was a lot going on. I loved all the historical shit. I loved them saying, still, even in this, don't play with them natives. I love that.
Yes. Yeah.
I loved
They should have listened.
yeah, don't play with them natives.
Yeah.
I thought that
The
was
natives came.
They tried to
Yeah.
This ain't that. This ain't that. Yeah.
Yeah. Cut him out. Is he in here?
Right.
We here for business.
Yeah.
And they ain't play with them?
Nope.
They ain't do none of that evil eye, none of that shit with them.
No. And them Choctaw got the fuck up out of there. They ain't get no more problems.
Exactly.
That's what I loved about it.
Exactly. I love that. Until the Korean lady did the cornball shit, I loved how they held us down.
yeah.
Because then I later read that historically the role that
Between
they
blacks
played
and
in
Asians,
that was amazing. And then I'm a musician, so all of that musical shit.
Yeah.
Was fire.
First of all, I think
Not all of it.
I grew up in a blues household, so this was
You
a
don't like
trope that I'm familiar with, and I just love putting blues in the forefront in 2025 in that manner.
Yeah, I totally agree. Why you say not all of it?
That one mashup scene, I couldn't. It didn't.
Irish?
Yo,
No, the swaggerless trap drum.
Yeah,
blues.
They lost me for 35 seconds.
Yeah,
That
they lost
was-
me too.
That was
that
fire.
was the one.
That was fire.
It could have been the one. They should have called Metro or somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I see what
I
you're
like
saying.
the idea of it. I didn't like
Same.
how they executed it
The execution
sonically.
was a little.
Now they buy that shit, y'all.
Yeah, y'all crazy as hell.
It's
The message behind
That
it.
scene is the one where I'm sitting there almost
I'm-
teary-eyed
that
a
shit
little
fucked
bit.
me up.
Because it didn't sound right at first.
Not at all.
Yeah.
And then when it took you a second to see what was
It adjusted
happening
in your ears
and be
sonically.
like, oh, and yeah.
yeah.
The blues dude. Man, I didn't expect his voice to be like that once he
Word.
started singing in the car.
Or
Oh, he.
And neither did the twin. It's like, oh shit, we like, hey, come with me, homeboy. Right, you can sing like that.
what's my man that plays the harmonica? What's his name? The actor?
Delroy Lindo.
Yeah.
Yes.
He would be a dead ringer for Howlin' Wolf if they ever do a movie. I don't know if you guys are blues heads.
Yeah,
but
yeah. Oh, that's speaking of blues. Buddy Guy at the end, the
Oh,
real
that was
Buddy
fly.
Guy
Yeah,
at
that's
the
fly.
end.
Oh, come
That was
on,
fly.
man.
And most people had left the theater when we saw it because it was like a postscript. So people had walked in.
My whole theater stayed and
I
knew
stayed for
to
that.
stay.
I went to a black theater. Niggas was gone.
I went to a white theater with black people in there.
Okay.
Like, it was nothing but black people in there.
You got- you had a culture
Was
bit.
it black? Did the Magic Johnson nigga?
I don't want to say which one, but I'm just saying I stay for in the credits.
Got it.
And a lot of people don't read the credits. You know what I mean? In general, but afterward, when they popped up, that the genius of that scene, I also thought was they hit home something that was subtle throughout the whole movie about the exploitative nature of white culture and white culture theft. When dude come in with the Coogee and the white girl, you know, when they come in that scene
and then,
to meet the new version of Preacher Boy, it's like, oh,
But
this
now,
is more Vulture.
But now you are alive with this white girl, but you can only come out when it's dark. Like, you're kind of stuck in this really nasty, ugly life, even though you're alive. Versus the big black woman, the beautiful, thick black woman that I love. I loved it. That was her role and portrayal. I was real sad when she got bit.
Yeah.
Spoiler alerts.
Yeah. Sorry.
But I love that love story, and though they died, it was like we're alive in spirit through multi-generations.
Yes.
So it was just telling a lot of different stories. It was.
I loved all of it. I thought, to your point, the blues piece was beautiful. There's this moment where Delroy Lindo talks about the blues. He said the blues is sacred.
Yeah.
And he talked about what the blues meant. And he said, not that shit they gave us religion-wise, but the blues is ours. That get into our souls. And the blues was like a real weapon to fight these vampires by the end.
Yeah.
And he's a survivor. So it's a way of talking about black traditions that I thought was dope.
Yeah, that's what I took from it too. Like, you know, telling Sammy to hold on to the blues because that's ours, you know, Christianity and all the stuff that we learned was given to us by the white man, and it was forced on us. You know what I mean? We have this. Let's cherish this. Don't let that go. That was an important part for me as well.
And when they were driving down the road, and when he drive, because they're talking about the convict lease system. You know when black folk basically put back on plantations after slavery, and they're driving down the road. Delroy Lindo gets up, sees all the dudes, tells that crazy story about everything that happened with those guys, and how he was part of that. And then the way he processed it was to start singing.
Right.
And then to have my man play the guitar. So the blues became a way of healing. Like, it's just like,
it was dope.
They got into that. And I was in love with that sister, man. Like,
I love
the hoodoo, the sister was doing hoodoo.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was the first movie I've seen in a long time on the mainstream that didn't make black spiritual traditions look cultish or look creepy. The creepy people were the weird white people, the Klan, right? But she had Aleke beads. She had Aleke beads. She was doing hoodoo. She was doing jobs. Any of my spiritual people that know.
Starting not to cut you off, but who, if you're watching this movie, should also be identified.
Yes.
That's up. I'll leave that up to you to identify them how you want. But I had a picture of who that was representing throughout the movie. The demon white people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But you were saying
No, I just they just told a whole story about black spiritual traditions and the mix between music and spirit. That I thought was powerful, from the church to the hoodoo to the blues. I just thought it was beautiful, and without having to hit us over the head with it.
Yeah, a very subtle way of telling you exactly how you lost culture.
Yes.
Yeah. It was such a ill, sleek way of holding the mirror up to you, because it can't happen without your invite.
Yeah.
And that part just being so, and my beautiful black sister. What is her name again? Because I don't want to keep saying that. But when she was like, "Hold up now, homeboy, you about 6'7", 6'8",
right?
What you need an invite for,
right? You don't use one no other time.
You can push right on. You can push right past her.
Listen, behind every black man is a strong black woman that's gonna see something that maybe you don't.
For sure.
Wunmi Mosaku.
Yeah. Yep. That's it. Yeah,
I absolutely loved her portrayal in the movie.
Even the Irish mashup, I like that. I like, you know, when he was.
Oh, now you got to get in my bag.
Oh, he was getting into it.
I love that. It was so many gems in that. How, you know, music is taken and is sort of like redefined, right? It's redefined and sometimes it's misappropriated, but we all fall in line, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
While the white man is in the middle, and we all fall in line a lot of the times when they come into our culture and take control of it. That's what I took from that, man. But it was fine.
Now, listen, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I love this point that you brought up. I love this movie. I love the premise. I love all this historical black shit that we talking about. I love the blackness, the blackety blackness of it. And I also liked White Thriller in the Woods.
Fire, son.
But I think that was part of the messaging about culture and all that shit. It's like, oh, that shit kind of slaps a little bit. It's not really what we do here, but maybe y'all could come in because it's not bad and y'all got some money.
Because they was watching from the house. Right. Like, oh, shit, look at the white nigga. And then I was in the theater like, white niggas. White niggas is jamming. They did that little dance with no rhythm. I was like, yeah.
As a person of Irish descent, I didn't like our music being portrayed as the evil music like that, but it's cool, man.
Y'all was in the woods smoking that shit.
They was getting busy.
That was fire.
That was a fire scene.
Yo, it was all good.
Yeah, it was.
I had a couple nitpicks. I had a couple nitpicks with the film. I'm the dickhead in the movie with Nick taking notes.
Oh my God.
I'm always gonna be me.
I was too high for that.
You know. Anyway, some of the accents were bad. I didn't love the accents, and I thought they should have done a little bit. And this is my nerdy thing with movies.
Sure.
I hate when the slang don't match the era.
Oh, okay.
Like when he's like, "Let's get it popping."
Oh, I didn't hear.
Or
that.
"Let me holler at you." Or even patty whacking in the South. You know, little things like that. Real quick, irked the shit out of me.
That did same thing when I was listening. Side note, when I was listening to the autobiography of Malcolm, because a lot of words that we said now in that auto, I don't know when that was written, but they seem like back in the days, it was being said. I don't know
Good
when.
thing we have a Malcolm Scholar.
That's true.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. Like he put me onto it. I listened. I'm like, wait, they said that back in the days. They were saying this back in the days.
But they was. Because
Yeah, some of that shit was
because he wrote the book in right before he died.
That's what I'm saying. So it's so crazy how we adapt the slangs today.
Yeah.
Right? There's certain slangs about Harlem and shit. And I'm like, I was listening to it. They didn't say that back in the days. I swear to God. But I realized when the book was written, and I said, oh, they were saying that back in the day. So, I mean, you may know, but it could be a possibility. You know, ever since I listened to
some of it. You're right. You're right. Some of it could be like a circular
Let me
thing.
holler at you. Might have been saying back. Yeah.
But the thing that irked me the most was only like Michael B. Jordan looks like, I mean, that last scene where he's shooting up the place with the wife beater on, it look like he came from Vietnam, not World War I. Like nobody in 1930. The nigga, come on, he look like Rambo.
You know what that scene is for. I want my star player in a tank top sweating with a gun with muscles, killing the bad guy. We don't care about
I'm
that.
a hater.
Yo, this is our...
Yeah, that was hate. That was definitely
That's totally hate.
This is the scene that's selling our movie.
Yeah.
I get it. I'm like,
that shit.
I'm in the mood. Everybody was women cheering, niggas clown. I'm like, Jim Crow didn't have triceps like that.
Oh my God.
I was talking.
Oh my Lord.
It's complete hate. Let me be very clear. And I love Michael B. Jordan. That's my brother. Love you, bro. But yeah, too many muscles.
Michael B. Jordan, amazing job, man.
Yes, you bodied it.
Really, really, really great job in
That's
both
good pun right
roles.
there.
I have nothing to say. I have absolutely zero to say.
They try to pigeonhole him as far as his acting. You know, how far does he? But he did great here.
They is me.
Yeah, you say you didn't speak or some shit.
I thought about that.
Is me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't need to they me. I'm right here.
He over-excelled. Like, he did great.
He this is his. I loved him in the movie about Byron Stevenson too. What's it called? Where he played the lawyer, just
It's a Mel question,
getting somebody out of prison.
She's
But
not here, my nigga.
oh, sorry. But it was like a couple years ago. But this was in terms of the stretch and the reach and playing two people and all the shit he had to do and the action and stuff. This is my favorite performance of his. This and Fruitvale.
I would like to know how they did some of that, like technically.
Yeah, like as far as the twins, right?
Yeah.
I thought the same
That was
thing.
fly.
Does anyone think that one of the twins was supposed to be Jonathan Majors? That's something that's been floating around out there.
I read something about him saying that it was important for them to be fraternal and not maternal twins, meaning they look like identical twins instead of non-identical twins. There's something in there.
I was just about to tell you I forgot the meaning of fraternal, paternal, and all
And I might be messing that up. There was something important about them.
Yeah,
being identical.
which ones match?
Yeah.
Right. I thought it was the opposite, but I don't know. I don't know for sure. But yeah, them looking the same made it kind of dope.
Yeah.
It made it kind of dope.
Yeah.
And you know, once you see once you visualize all of the Michael B. Jordan, Ryan Coogler collabs and see them side by side, it just looks like the development of Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
So it's almost unfair. Not unfair, because I was kicking his back in, and I never do that about niggas in Jersey. But it was just funny. It was just funny.
Yeah.
Only because in Creed, I still think he had maybe 8 lines total. And in Black Panther, the one where he came in there on some games, I think it maybe been 16 lines.
Hey, Auntie. Yeah, that was 2 of them.
But he ain't there for that, and he's still A-list. So now there was nothing to be said about how many lines, the script. It was him. He was there. He was talking.
And performed.
He performed.
He killed.
Yeah.
He absolutely killed. Shout out to Michael B. Jordan. Again, Ryan Coogler, chef's kiss.
Yeah.
I tip my hat. Amazing,
Technically,
amazing.
the visual and audio side of it was stunning, beautiful.
Yes.
I saw it on the IMAX. Absolutely beautiful.
The score was great too. German guy did a lot of the scoring. I don't know if you saw it. I forget
Donald
his name.
Glover's collaborator. I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
Ludwig something.
With a long German name, but they killed it.
All types of shit in there.
Great choice, great song choices.
Yeah.
And then again, Buddy Guy at the end. And hearing Buddy Guy at 88 hit them notes.
Yeah, no, Buddy Guy's still him. I think that he still has the club in Chicago and still
does.
performs regularly.
Yeah, he does.
And I would encourage anybody out in Chicago, if you travel to Chicago, if you haven't done it, go to his club or any of the number of blues clubs that, at least when I lived there, still existed. It's important and you should go.
It's probably the best blues scene, I think, outside of like maybe Tennessee.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
To me, I've been all over. Like I said, I grew up with the blues. It's the best blues scene to me in America, which means probably the world.
So when y'all see a Thriller like this, how many times did you like jump out your seat? Did you like drop your popcorn? Did you get shook a little? Tell the truth.
I'm so glad that you said that. My girl jumped anytime one of the demons flew in the air.
Yeah, my wife too.
By the third time,
Everybody's wife did.
The first time she did a jump, she kind of brought me with her. So now I feel like a bitch. Yeah. The second time, she might have dropped my popcorn out of my hand. By the third time, I'm like, yo, dog, they fly. This shouldn't be a big fucking surprise every time they fucking levitate.
Yo, my wife grabbed my hand. I let the first one slide. But then I got a little scared too, I ain't gonna lie.
Thank you.
I'll be covering my ears like that. When something about to happen, I will watch it but cover my ears because the fucking sound
You are
loud.
a bitch.
Yeah, I leaned into my wife. And I only wanted to do that. Yeah. And when she started, we both can't be shook. Get off me, man. Because when they be prepared for shit, I go like that. I cover my ear. I don't want to hear the sound, nigga. I want to see it. When that jump scared me, I don't like that shit.
That jump got me twice. They do this great thing where right when the person's about to attack, they jump and they do a jump cut to the back to the club, which I thought was really beautiful. But that shit had me shook twice. I dropped my popcorn one time.
Yeah, and them doing the readaptation of the iconic black picture that's in all of our houses of the dance scene, the disco scene. That was great. And killing dude with the guitar and what that might mean.
Yep.
It's just a lot to pick up on. I'm sure I'll watch this movie again, and we're gonna stop our coverage of that now because I'm sure Ice been stopped fucking. Ice been done. Fuck.
He does advertise the 7-minute man. It is been more
Ice
than 7
been
minutes.
done. We can get him.
I'm super into slaying KKK vampires. By the way, that shit was fire.
Yeah,
that shit was fire.
Yeah, I could not see white people ever again. After that, like that's how I felt that night. I was like, I don't need to see no white people for like 5 minutes.
Same. I had to go look in the mirror.
Right.
Scared the shit out of myself.
All right. Good talk.
Good talk.
Freeze, I ain't gonna lie, we smoked that.
I'm glad you did. I'm glad you
smoked
did.
that.
I'm still going to see it.
And I still want your review.
For sure.
When we come back, for sure.
I left y'all Starbucks shit too. My bad. Line was long. Line was long.
I was looking forward to that cappuccino.
I got you next time.
All right, Mark, back to you DMing this guilty black man.